Phuket XTRA is brought to you by Coast Beach Club and Bistro at Centara Grand Beach Resort. Chill in the sun, sip under the stars.
Sawadee krap and welcome to Phuket Extra, brought to you by Coast Beach Club and Bistro at Centara Grand Beach Resort, Phuket. I'm JP Mastanza. Let's catch you up with all the news. Phuket Governor Chamroen is moving to get construction of the Phuket Light Rail project started as soon as next year, 2017, to relieve the island's traffic woes and boost its tourism for the future. The announcement came at a recent meeting about how to improve the island's traffic flow, especially considering over 300 new tour buses will hit the streets soon. The Light Rail project is one of the long talked about projects for Phuket, and according to the latest plans, it would run from the Phuket airport to Chalong with about 23 stations along its route, making use of existing bus stations as well. But the Office of Transport and Traffic Policy is currently adjusting the light rail plan to accommodate the new underpasses and other infrastructure. For more on this, visit thephuketnews.com. And unruly teenagers are a big problem in Patong, and now officials are doing something about it. They're sending them to a, quote, treatment camp. About 30 to 40 members of teenage gangs from the Patong area will be sent to the Prasan Jai, or Heart Linking Camp, to help stop the violence among rival groups. Patong police officers and the headmen of 7 local communities in the area will take part in the camp. The initiative comes a week after the Thai Navy introduced a similar model to help stamp out violence among students from rival schools nationwide, which has become an increasingly bloody problem the last few months. And the little yacht that sunk on a crabby beach has finally been salvaged from the clutches of the Ao Nang sand just 2 weeks after it had gotten stuck. Over 50 locals and officials came together last weekend in Krabi to salvage the 12-meter yacht called Adventure, owned by a Russian and Ukrainian couple. A storm on July 7th forced the yacht to sink on the popular Ao Nang beach, but the officials and locals were able to use a tugboat and speedboat to finally free the yacht. And sit tight, Phuket Extra, we'll be right back after this. Welcome back to Phuket Extra. And you can't make this stuff up. A mayor in Thailand's northeast is being condemned by the Thai Journalists Association after he forced a reporter to strip to his underwear after reporting about an alleged engagement to a 16-year-old girl. The Daily News reporter published a story on Monday about Premsak Piayura, a mayor in Khon Kaen, who posted a photo on social media showing off an apparent ceremony celebrating the engagement with a 400,000 baht dowry right there on the floor. Yesterday, the 51-year-old mayor called in several reporters to his office, locked the door, and forced the Daily News reporter behind the story to strip. And then he allegedly asked them, quote, "Are you embarrassed when someone violated your privacy like this?" The reporter has not been named, and the editor of the Daily News, which is a Thai publication, is standing behind the story, but is still deciding how to respond to the mayor's actions. And for speaking out about her uncle being beaten to death at an army camp 5 years ago, Narit Sarawan Kaunoparat is now in prison and being sued for defaming the military. Narit Sarawan was arrested yesterday in Bangkok, though an arrest warrant was issued back in February. Reports say she revealed on social media and in a media interview last year the details surrounding her uncle's death, which came at the hands of 10 soldiers who tortured him as punishment for attempting to run away from a Southern Army camp in 2011. Denise claims she is innocent since she didn't name anyone, and her lawyer says none of the men involved were brought to justice. The story is ongoing. There's one lucky man in Australia today as he won a 16-room resort on Micronesia in the Pacific in a raffle on Facebook last night. The man, identified only as Joshua, paid just $49 to enter the raffle for the Nautilus Resort on Micronesia's XTRA island. The Australian couple that built and owned the resort for over 20 years decided to raffle it off after they decided to return to the land down under. Joshua will now own the Nautilus Resort, which still has 20 years left on the lease and is debt-free. If only we could be so lucky. And let's talk about today's news. Do you think Phuket Light Rail project will finally come to fruition in 2017, next year? And what are your thoughts on Patong police efforts to help curb gang violence with a camp? Let us know in the comments. From all of us here at Phuket Extra, thanks for joining us. Until tomorrow, stay classy, Phuket.
The newest resort on Nyang Beach, Phuket Marriott Resort and Spa, Nyang Beach is ready to host you brilliantly. Open now. The art of hosting, where modern architecture meets authenticity of Thai hospitality.